Alright, here we go. Previously in the GodBreaking, our group of adventurers have found themselves back in Hell. Hell is in a way, it's an inverse and the opposite of Mount Celestia. Eons and eons ago, patterned after after what the gods had erected, the demons of Hell built their own realm. Some say in mimicry, some say in mockery. But just as Celestia has 7 layers, 7 levels, ascending higher and higher infinitely, the depths of Hell spiral downwards, a pit deeper and darker than can be understood. The 9 layers, descending layers of Hell. You guys are in the first layer, the realm of Avernus. You spent some time here before. In fact, in times past, you let's see, where's my picture of him? You made an ally here, left him here in order to kind of like, oh, he was more at home here, but to cement his claim and to thrive and flourish here, and that's Pepin. Pepin has made himself indispensable here in this land. He has become well, he's not the ruler of it, but he has become a key figure, and he's agreed to help you. Oh, Renly, you weren't here for when we met Pepin?
No, I just met him for the first time in that last session officially, and I was
Oh,
like,
that's right.
his name again.
Yeah, I wasn't here when they first met Pepin either. I met him
Oh,
for the
okay.
first time last time.
Hey, Midas,
So-
did you get my Discord message?
Oh shit! No, hold on. Let me go see if I can find it.
The picture should be of a little mariachi dude with a cowboy. No, not with a cowboy hat, with a mariachi hat.
Let me look for it. Anyway, so while I'm looking for it, I'll try to keep talking while we're looking for it. Elwyn has a spell book. Spells and items? Is that it?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Oh, it's some good shit, that one.
That's
All
where
right,
I have all the Pepin
it should be
stuff.
available. What's all this other
Thank you.
stuff? Other stuff
Oh,
people
that's
have
right.
loaded.
You got a spell book.
Yeah, you got his spell book. All right.
Thank you.
So anyway, Pepin. So you've revisited Pepin, and Elwyn, you received access to his spell book. You guys kind of talked and reminisced a bit, but you told him what you wanted to do. You wanted to go down the depths of Hell because you had been contacted by. You've been delivered a message through Befinzor. Befinzor had been captured by Mephistopheles, the ruler of the 8th level of Hell. And through Befinzor, Mephistopheles extended to you an invitation to come join him, to come talk to him. So you are going down to meet Mephistopheles. Pepin acknowledges your plan, and he gives you free passage to the Bone Train. The Bone Train takes you around all of Avernus until you arrive at this large platform, the final stop of the train here. Because of Pepin's command, you guys were not harassed. Devils and fiends of all sorts give way to you. And Elwyn, do you still wear that ring?
Yep.
You still wear the ring? Okay. Because of that and because of Pepin's command, they give you deference. Okay? As you approach the platform, one solitary creature steps forward to meet you. Everyone else has retreated, has retracted and has stayed away from you. They know not to bother or attack or try to manipulate you. This one creature steps forward. He says, "This one is Galil, keeper." He says, "Keeper of the great platform, guide to those who seek passage below." He eyes all of you. He says, "To what? To where do you wish to avenge her?"
Out of character, one quick thing, Midas. Did
Mhm.
we figure out where the douchebag is that lady friend wants us to go kill the dude whom I personally want to kill as well?
The
Did we
demon?
find out where
Zogdrus?
Yeah. Is that
Nope,
his name?
don't know where he is.
Okay.
The guy
We
who
just
who had
know-
your contract had you broke the contract with a long time ago?
Yeah, that dude.
No,
She
you
asked
didn't know.
us-
You didn't
she
find
asked
anything
me
more
to
about him.
kill his ass. Okay. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember stuff.
Well, since we've paused, do the spells that I've gotten from like my fire god and the thundering god and all those count against the spells that I can learn as a sorcerer?
No, those are freebies.
Okay. One last one. You know how my wish, this chick she gave it back to me, the one that we're. Oh no, it was one of the gods. Does that count against my spells?
Nah, you can have it for free. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm
Yep.
redoing my whole spells list.
Have fun. This creature is carrying this large tombstone on his back. You could see the spectral remains of souls kind of like writhing in pain on his back. And he eyes each one of you with these hollow, sunken eye sockets that are where his vision used to be. He says,
I'm just here for the ride. I guess we were planning on going deeper? I look at everyone.
"To where? Where goest thou? This one must know."
I'm gonna ask him if he knows where that demon is. Just on the off chance.
Who, Zogdrus?
Yeah.
"That one." He pauses for a second. He clicks his head back and forth. Then he says, "That one sought passage below some decades ago. Has not returned since."
Passage to where?
He says, "Only knowledge of what is above you can be is allowed. You, on Avernus, are privy to nothing. If you venture
Just
down
take
to
us to
this,
where he
then you know what."
went.
He says, "If
So
you
basically,
become
when
privy
he's-
to any knowledge of his presence, then this one shall tell you."
But if I already have the knowledge, then why would I need you to tell me?
He says, "If you already have knowledge, then why doth you ask?"
I'm sorry, I'm snickering behind my mask.
My character's snickering. I mean, I know he's below us, and you confirmed that he's below us. So I'm asking you to tell me where you dropped him off.
So what he's saying is that those the knowledge of what happens on the layer below is not accessible. It's not those on the layer above have no right to it. So
Okay,
you're
so
not
that's what I
he can't
that's what I
reveal
was
to you
gonna ask.
anything of layers below since you're on the very first layer.
That makes sense. All right, so I'll ask him after he gives us a ride.
What
So as
damage
you
can we
as you
set for
continue,
this spell?
Pepin's
Leveled
ass
up
quick.
to our power. That's the only one I want you to look at. That we need to change the damage on.
Motion and
Are
within 30
you
feet must succeed
sure?
saving throw.
This is a Bitis game. Are you sure at some point we will be throwing planets?
Difficult terrain. It must make it rain. I might to throw them. They will throw some valuable to them. So this is twerk. I don't know. How much junk on a scale of 1 to 10? How much junk does Elwin have in his trunk?
About 80% of his body weight.
Okay, if you
Wait. You
his
cast a spell.
butt-
Oh wait. Wait. Hold on a second. I'm trying to read the spell. Who twerks? The target of your spell or Elwin? Elwin twerks. Okay.
See the component?
Oh.
That booty?
So
I'll be honest, it's
Elwin
like
is
one of my
doing the
favorite
twerking.
spells of all time. You should just allow it.
Okay. And 80% of Elwin's body weight is in his butt cheeks. Is it evenly distributed, 40% each side, or is one side lopsided?
The right cheek has a little bit more meat on it, just to make
Okay.
it. No. The left cheek has a little more meat in it, since Elwin's left arm is completely desiccated. That way, it balances out the weight
There you go.
distribution.
That makes sense. Okay. All creatures that fail this take force damage. Sorry, might make it rain. Okay. So we'll buff the damage, but it's biased towards creatures. It does more damage towards creatures on the left. That are more impacted by the left butt cheek than the right.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go. Let's see. What level spell is this? Level 3. We'll go.
We can change the level of the spell. I don't mind.
I don't know, dude. How big of a hit do you want this to be? You want this to be
I
something you
want
can
this to
spam, or
be
something that you just
I want this to be a chunky one. Let's do a
Chunky one?
7th level.
okay? 7th level spell. All right, we'll go. All right, so. And there.
Oh, thank you.
Pippin's ass quick. Is it 4 stamina? Oh yeah, 4 stamina. Nice.
Okay. So you are standing on this platform. It's about 30 feet in diameter. Right. You can see large chains connecting it to these massive cranes above you, and alongside spools around these immense bundles are continuing lengths of the chain. A chain is connected to each of the four ends of this like irregularly shaped platform. It's not a circle. It's oddly shaped, but it's about 30 feet in diameter. But one is on each of the 4 ends. You can tell that this is meant to lower down, but the amount of chain that you see betrays that you'll be like the distance is very great. You do see other lifts in the area. There are 7 lifts total, but this one seems to be the only one that is available to you. Galil is the only demon or the only devil that has approached you. The others are in operation, bringing souls and bringing creatures and materials up and down, but this is the only one that's available to you. What do you guys want to do?
I guess we're going.
As we go, you must pay the toll. Each layer of hell extracts its own price. Are you willing to pay?
Isn't the toll free since we have an invitation?
An invitation gives you access, but the toll must be paid regardless.
Do you have a pricing list for these tools?
Who's the guy who gave us the invitation?
Mephistopheles.
I'll say Mephistopheles. Put it on Mephistopheles' tab. I laughed.
The toll must be paid by those on the lift, and by those only.
So the lift just goes down? Like, can we see down?
Like looking over the edge. The tunnel that you're in, the platform right now, it's flush with the floor, so no, you can't see down.
I kind of.
Oh, so it's
shout.
like we're on a square, and then the center of it's gonna descend,
Yes.
and you can't see over the edge. Okay, gotcha.
I kind of whisper shout to everybody. Why aren't we just gating further down randomly?
Because each floor of hell is ruled by somebody who will say, "Go fuck yourself."
Damn it. Which
I don't-
But
I'm
isn't
sorry,
this
my
place
time in
charge of one
hell.
level?
We already got our favor from the only person in hell that I have any influence with. So
Yeah. Mistress Ambrosia, she doesn't have a ton of weight to throw around for the lower levels. She's the overlord of she's the duchess of the very first layer of hell. But in hell, the deeper you go, the more powerful, the more prestigious. The hierarchy definitely extends lower and lower and lower. And you can tell that,
Yeah.
yeah, go on.
yeah, the extent
Mephistopheles is on which level? Like, do we know which
second
level
to
he's
the
on?
last, I think.
I mean, does he own the level? Who owns that level?
Yeah, he's the boss man.
Could we
He's
not
the
just
Duke
sit
of the.
there and ask him for permission?
If I remember right, out of character, I think we had this conversation, my character and yours last session, and there was some reason why we couldn't do that. You can't
Correct.
gate through hell. Like, it's different
Correct.
than the heavens. Like, in the heavens, we can do it with permission, but hell, there's something different about it. I can't just do this.
It's similar. You need permission from each layer on the way down. Unless
Yeah,
you have a
so-
way to circumvent and supersede their power. But
Yeah.
you
Like, I
guys
could
can't
try
do that
to-
in Mount Celestia, and you can't do it here.
Yeah, like I could go to open a gate to Mephistopheles' realm, but every realm between there would have to give us permission to slide through it, and they would
Yeah.
probably not. And I don't want to piss off every ruler of hell on our way down if I can avoid it.
Okay.
Besides, there's someone we need to kill along the way anyway.
If we ever find them. Alrighty, so we have no idea what toll we're paying? Is that right? Okay, let's go ahead.
If you were denizens of a lower layer, you would know the tolls of all those above.
Can we not, like, speak to his like, Mephistopheles via, sending or something and ask?
I mean, he didn't even. I don't think he responded when I sent him a message and said we accepted his invitation. So,
Damn it.
did he respond, Midas? I honestly can't remember.
He did not respond.
Yeah, he didn't respond. So, oh no, the response was that we actually got into hell in the first place. I think because we told What's Her Bucket. That was the other favor she did. She let us into hell in the first place.
This
Alright,
one
onwards and downwards.
is okay. Ready to go? Everyone gets on the platform.
Yep.
Okay.
I reach out my hand to the dude who's operating the thingy,
His name's Galil.
Galil, and I drop a handful of blood chips in his hand.
He pockets them.
We have a metric fuck ton of them. You always tip the dude that's giving you a ride.
He pockets
Cards of
them.
currency?
He nods his head. Yeah, they're shards of souls.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
basically the gold. It's the gold of hell, basically.
Mhm.
He places his lantern, his green lantern, in the center of the platform. Right? He mutters a few words, and the light, the green light, begins to flare brighter. He says, "We will need this light for some of the places to which we are going." He takes his large sickle and pushes it in and pushes the base of it into a hole in the ground, right? And you can hear the click of machinery as he presses it in with a satisfying thunk. And then he twists it, and as that happens, the massive wheels bearing lengths of chain that you guys can't even calculate how long the chain is begin to turn, and the whole platform shudders a bit and begins to lower down. As you drop down, the walls of this of this pit that you're descending into are black and gray, and they look like they're made up of the ground of Avernus. You can see layers and layers of bone, ancient, broken, crumbling bone, as you descend deeper and deeper, and the light kind of reflects off of it, mixed in with soil and rock and different kinds of sediment. But the amount of bone content in the ground here is intense. Some time goes by as you descend lower and lower. After about a couple minutes, Galil takes his staff and turns it again. You hear another click, and this descending platform speeds up. The chains begin to release more quickly. The smell in the air goes from sulfurous, right, or from acrid on the first level to you start smelling sulfur. You start smelling there's a metallic content to it. There's a fiery, brimstony scent to the air around you. Avernus says, Galil says to you, "Since the Duchess of Avernus gave you her leave, there was no toll for departing there. But now," he says, "now we approach the second layer of hell, the layer of Dis, burning, iron, molten, the great city." Okay. So this is hours later. Hours later, you guys ascend. But as the smell changes, heat begins to build, and the walls give way to atmosphere. The chasm that you're being dropped down to expands, and now you can see a large hellscape, swirling purple clouds and mists in the sky, but the light comes from below. The ground is what's glowing with red molten fire. And there, on this layer of hell, the city of Dis, there is huge, massive iron buildings and creatures all over, scrambling, moving, pouring molten metal, a forge, the size of which you've never seen before. The very base of this plane is molten iron, and the denizens here, the devils, harvest that iron, infuse it with soul power, using slaves to work the flames and the bellows, and they use it to craft and change and manipulate the substance.
Midas, would you say we got a short rest on that trip?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna use my arcane recovery to get back 2 third-level spells.
I'm gonna add myself a 11th level spell slot.
11th level?
During the short rest. Yeah, during the short rest.
You guys don't have those. Maybe someday.
No. It's you don't worry about it. I'll make something up.
All right, temporary thing. Okay.
I was gonna ask you one other thing, Midas. Since we've gone through all this stuff, can I upgrade my arcane recovery so that I can get back up to say like 7th or or 8th level spell slots with it.
Sure.
Well, it's
Yeah.
limited. It's limited to a number of spell slot levels equal to half my mage level. So
Okay,
Yeah.
let's say that your mage level is equal to 30, right?
okay.
Yeah. But you cannot recover a 10th level spell with it.
Obviously, I wasn't even gonna ask for 9th. I was just asking for up
Yeah.
to 8th.
That's fine. Yes. 8 and under.
Okay.
Quick,
All right. And since
Alex,
we're asking
share
for
another
things,
spell.
like, so since we're asking for cool things right now,
Yeah, why not?
and like we're just handing out. So since we've established that Deimos is like Deimos and he's like kind of cool, I don't think I should even have to adhere to spell slots because I think
Okay.
we figured out that Deimos just has unlimited spells because he's pretty much he's a cleric, but he's not because he's like art god or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna go with I don't have to use spell slots anymore. I just
Okay.
have innate ability to do things because I'm strong.
Yeah,
know what,
and they
Deimos-
manifest themselves kind of like spells, but sure.
Yeah,
Deimos,
and
you've
they
got-
don't count
you've
as
got abilities-
anti-magic or
Deimos,
anything.
You've got singular abilities that can do more damage than all my spells combined. Shit.
Also, my dick's bigger too now.
So Adis, if you want to go through and just like you saw what kind of power level I gave to Elwyn's 7th level spell, right? If you have any
Oh, is that
damaging
what that-
spells,
Is that
yeah,
what that 15,000 is?
yeah. If you want to go through, if all of you guys, I just want to go through all your sheets and like fuck with all your spells because that's a lot of spells to fuck with.
Yeah.
I did it once before. I said I'm not doing that again. But I'll account for inflation.
That's my strongest attack.
Yeah.
If I have all my buffs on.
I did my inflation adjustment last session.
Uh-huh.
Because you upgraded my tier thingy and gave a multiplier, so I added that multiplier to all my spell damages.
There you go. Yeah, but if you think a spell is like if it's still doing 2d12, then you can change it to something else.
Oh, can I change my divine? Because I'm still keeping it. It's on my character sheet. I can always put because at level 8 I can do 2d8 extra damage. Can I
Oh,
up the 2d8 extra damage?
sure.
Yeah.
What do you want to put to? 2d
I don't
hundreds,
fucking know.
2d.
What? That's a huge upgrade. Now hear me out. So that 1,578 is my strongest attack if I have everything buffed out.
Yeah, but you can. But your
here's the
thing is you can
problem.
punch. How many times can you punch with all
Yeah,
your
No,
all
don't,
your
don't ask. Don't ask. Don't ask
Super
for
Saiyan.
questions. You're not
all
supposed
your
to ask
Super
questions.
Saiyans?
No, don't. Okay, the rule that I'm putting down here is I'm gonna start just adding numbers to shit. Okay, and you guys just tell me if it gets ridiculous.
Here, you can add like 2d hundreds to that because you're punching
Are you
like
serious?
when you're.
That's
Yeah.
sweet. No, I'll take that. Shit. Okay, I was gonna add like a D4 to everything. All right.
Oh, fuck that!
awesome,
No,
I'll take that.
no, D4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Amos just
Elwyn.
got stronger, bitch.
Elwyn, did you see that they took meta magic away from being a solo sorcerer thing?
It's something else now.
Yeah, one of the new books adds it so you can get meta magic as feats.
No,
Wow.
I went back to 2nd edition. That's all I'm gonna run.
Yeah, he's going reverse.
that
He's
second
going
edition's
reverse.
really cool.
Oh, and speaking of reverse, I am if you look at my character sheet on the actions tab, I have new ritual spells which are actually the opposite of everybody's, which is like, for instance, hair. I can clean, trim, style, dye, or bleach a willing target's hair, beard, or fur instantly. It will also do manicures and pedicures. So
Oh.
I a
Oh.
whole list of all the spells like that. Can I get those approved?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Elwyn, the sorcerer still gets their stuff like normal. It's just other casters, they can take the feat and they get 1 meta magic and 2 sorcery points or 1 sorcery point or whatever.
All right. So, as you pass through into the layer of hell, the second layer of hell called Dis, right? It's a place of molten iron, the city of burning iron. You land the lift stops at the ground level, right? And a demon steps forward and sets something on the edge of your platform then retreats. It's a goblet full of molten iron. Galil says, "The toll for this land is that one of you must drink."
We all look to eat and do Davis at the same time.
I tap Deimos on the back.
First
And
off,
be
I
like,
tell you what,
hold on,
you guys
hold
are
on.
idiots because I'm already drinking it.
I tap Deimos
That's
on
him
the
looking
back.
at you, drinking it.
Don't
I
fuck
tap-
with me. I'm
I tap-
great at this game.
I tap Deimos on the back and cast where's it at? My spell where I can pick the 4 things to be invulnerable to, and I pick lava damage, fire damage, heat damage, and overeating.
Overeating, is that a type of damage?
Yeah, like you know how you can like over ingest. I don't know.
Constipation.
You never know what you never
It's gonna be earth or iron.
you never know what kind of damage exists in Midas's world.
Constipation,
know.
dying from impact.
Have you
station.
seen Deimos' new mug he got at the Prometheus Mug Club? That's what I pulled out. It has my face. on
Yeah,
it and
it's
name.
I put my master shield on him, so I make him. Oh no. Since it would be a condition, I make him for the conditions that I make him immune to. I'll make him immune to like an upset tummy, and stuff like that. But the
Yeah, those
but
are
he'll be-
conditions, okay?
yeah, I get to pick 4 damage types that he's immune to, and then he's resistant to all other damage. So
Okay.
I'll pick fire. In case you treat lava differently than it just being normal fire damage, then lava damage or molten damage, and
Molten iron, so
and
maybe metal poisoning.
and heat damage, and he's immune to the poison condition by the spell anyway. And
Deimos ain't no bitch. While the nerds talking and giving me shit, I'm drinking this crap.
yeah, I tap on the back and cast that on.
Okay.
He's
Alright.
already drunk it
Well-
by then.
It's gone. I don't give a shit.
He's fast. It always.
All right, all right.
By
So-
the way,
so
my
you
name's
grab it,
Deimos.
And you chug it. Adis, while you're crafting the spell, you barely get it on him. By the time he's ready to chug the thing, like full on chug the thing. Like, have you guys seen the video of the kid who can drink the beer super fast, and he goes to Hooters and he bets waitresses that he couldn't drink it in 2 seconds? Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
2 seconds?
Yeah.
I'm not slow. I defy gravity.
A song plays, defying gravity. Okay.
Yeah. But I'll cast Enhance Ability, Constitution, to make sure that I can be even better at drinking.
So this is how Deimos does the beer.
Waiting for it to load.
Wow. Yeah, that's totally a Deimos move right there.
That's pathetic.
I don't know. It's way
Actually-
smoother than Deimos would. I don't know. I don't think Deimos is that smooth.
Actually, I
Except
just
that-
posted
well,
how it actually went. The other one was
the only
garbage.
problem with it is Deimos kissing somebody.
Gross. Deimos does the other one. He don't
Gail, are you
give a
offended by this?
I'm just watching it and going like, okay, that's way too much alcohol, too fast.
shit, right? Did you just say like a couple beers is too much alcohol?
It's just beer.
Oh,
It's one
It's not-
thing to drink so fast.
Please
I don't even
look at my
think I don't
desk
even
right
think
now.
that's two. I don't even think that's 2 beers.
No, I'm not talking about the quantity. I'm talking about how fast he drinks it.
because he loosened his throat to keep it open and then just shot it down his throat.
Damn it! I want a beer now.
I've only been able to chug a drink once like that, where you could just open your throat and pour it down your throat without actually swallowing. I've only been able to do that one time in my life.
Like,
good,
no
dude.
talking
You're a
effect at
garbage.
all?
That was
You
the way
ain't
I
shit.
just drink normally in college and stuff.
I know. Well, that's crazy. I totally wasn't doing that earlier today.
Dude, I haven't had a drink in a while.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, you
Good for you.
quit for ages now. Oh my god.
No, you're a better person than me. I went to the gym. I ran a few miles. I got my bench up to
surprised
like
that dude- I'm surprised that dude
465,
didn't get
470.
slapped.
And then I was just
He gets slapped by the third one. A little bit. All right. So Jamos, you
Alright,
go
so I don't know
power
how many
chug.
I don't know how many spells
Go
I'm
on.
supposed to have. I just put a few of the Pepin's ones, so I don't have anything except Pepin and Elwyn spells. Like
That's
all of
fine.
the other
That's
ones are
fine.
gone.
That's fine. Yeah. All right. Damos, you power chug.
Except cantrips.
Oh, hold on. Wait, you linked another video. What is this?
That's actually how I really drink.
Oh no.
It's actually
What is
pretty
this?
good. I'm a fucking beast.
I think I have some beer. I'm gonna have a beer.
What the
Can you
hell?
take 10 measures?
He injects that into his stomach.
Yeah, I'm fast as fuck. I defy gravity. How fast I drink that bitch.
How did that not wrap up his nose?
Shh, don't ask questions. This is America, Gail.
You just. So Gail, in Canada they definitely don't have anything like this. But
Yeah.
I am not
Screaming
part of the
eagles.
beer drinking community, to be quite honest. Like, I'll get my dad beers, but we don't visit bars much, so a lot of this is like eye-opening.
What are
wow.
you talking about? It's not opening. That's called freedom right there.
That's insane. That guy just injects that whole cylinder of beer into his stomach.
Yeah. Like a man.
Okay. All right. Damos, you power chug this molten iron, right? It hits your throat a split second before Adis' spell hits. So the first thing you feel is searing pain. The back of your throat is burned black, and then the spell hits, and you're immune to the rest of the fire damage. All right, so you take the first hit. So it's so like as far as flavor profile goes, right? The first hit, the first edge, burns. It's fiery, it's hot, but then it gets pretty smooth after that. All right. If you were rating it.
I'm a white girl and I'm in a sorority and I just had a shot of fireball.
Yeah, fireball. Yeah. Like fireball, exactly like that, right?
Ooh, that's garbage. This is crap.
Okay. It hits your stomach, and now you start like, coming out of your mouth is all this steam as the liquid metal rapidly cools. Okay.
Yeah. Holy shit. Did I just ingest a bunch of iron?
You were iron deficient before, never more now.
Did you just say that I just got stronger? My red blood cell count is insane. So you're okay, everybody. All of these stupid things they make us do, I'm taking it. It seems like they're workout supplements. I'm gonna get.
Please
I'm gonna
volunteer
get
this tribute,
fucking
we agree.
huge. Holy shit! Why have I not been drinking lava before? This is a great fucking idea.
Where is your bar? Do they have more like this? Damos said
I take like 3 more fucking of the drinks when we get down there. I take it for the next
You
one. I don't even
you
give a
look
shit.
around. You guys notice now that there's past arm's reach, so beyond the platform and around, there are a good number of devils and demons and fiends just kind of like staring at you, right? Just kind of shocked. They were they were hostile before, but after Deimos just took it, they all went silent. Galil looks around and says, he looks at you, Deimos, and he says,
Oh, shit.
shit, okay. He says, you've paid the toll.
What?
Isn't there more toll?
Do
I
you
think
wish-
there
No.
is more.
I need more
He says,
tolls.
toll payer, do you wish to descend?
Okay, I'll descend, but give me a couple more of those bad boys. I feel stronger.
Is there a record? Deimos would like to break it.
They start asking around, on the so Deimos, across this chasm, right, on this large city, at the very top, like at the very top of this large tower, you look and you flex your eye muscles a little bit, and you can see at the very top there is a being sitting at the top of the topmost point of the tower. He's sprawled out on this great iron throne. What's this? Stone Cold.
It's me drinking the lava.
Right. He's sprawled out on this great iron throne, and he's just glaring at you. And Deimos, you just feel menace and hate, just kind of like beaming back at you, but nothing else happens.
All I know is he's looking at me like every female most likely usually looks at Deimos. So that means they want to talk to me. So I'm gonna go up to him and talk to him.
I think you broke his record.
Does the toll taker come back to collect his thingy?
I
The
steal the
light?
toll taker's cup.
Yeah, the guy who dropped
Oh,
off the lava.
No. They're letting you keep the very crude
Memento.
crucible that the lava came in.
Yeah,
It's
but
not lava.
is
It's
he-
molten
is he-
iron.
Is he still
Yeah,
standing
go on.
around though?
Yeah, he's fairly close.
I throw him a little pouch of bloodstone, or the blood chips.
Okay.
The chips.
Okay. He takes a half step forward, shuffles forward, picks up the pouch, and you can see him make it disappear into an inner pocket. All right. Galil cranks his scythe in the middle of the platform. You hear a great click as the chains begin to move again.
Whoa, wait,
Um,
no, I'm not going down. I'm out drinking the guy up there.
the lift is moving on. If you leave, you're gonna be stuck here.
Okay, hear me out this one. There's only one way to do this. I'm going Super Deimos to get fast as fuck. Alright, I'ma shoot over to him real quick. Alright, and I'll be like, hey buddy, it's me Deimos. Drink. Me. I don't have a saying, but I can drink more than you. This is my house now.
All right. I found this picture. Okay. You're jumping all the way to this topmost, all to the topmost point of
Yes,
this
the rocket
tower.
punch from
Yeah.
yeah.
I flex one of my glues because I used to be too powerful. So one of my glues, I'm gonna shoot over there real quick and just blast right next to him.
All right. So and you're blowing the you activate the spell slots or the abilities.
Yeah. Well, I just have those because I'm sweet.
But yeah, I'll put a super. So just to make it easier, I'll go super Deimos because I am faster now. But just regular
Okay.
super Deimos. I don't want to embarrass the guy too much.
All right.
Yeah.
You dash up to the top of this you flex your legs and you power jump. All right. Roll me athletics check.
What'd you say?
Roll me athletics check. See if you can jump up there.
You said a stupid thing. Deimos.
It wasn't 100.
Alright.
Boo.
Oh, I'm actually guided.
All right.
Now it
Alright,
qualifies.
No, it's still not 100.
So-
Yeah, it is.
So
That's
the-
at 104.
103.
So Deimos, the platform that the lift is starting to descend. Okay. You can't be gone for more than, we'll call it 10 seconds before it will be out of reach, and you won't be able to catch up with it. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So you launch up there. It takes you about 2 seconds of flying time before you land at this topmost platform. You slam down to the ground, and you see this hideous creature sitting on his seat. I just found this picture. I thought it was funny.
Ew. Ew. Purell. I need Purell. Ew, my brain.
That kind of weird looking. Up, nerd. Alright, I can't stay here long, so I'm gonna speak real fast. Cause I'm speaking real fast because I got sweet mouth muscles. I grab him, and I'm gonna shoot back down to the elevator, holding him while grappling him. And I say, we're gonna have to drink this out. But for right now, I'm Deimos. Nice to meet you.
That's so I grab him and I shoot back down. And I
We're kidnapping
start-
You're trying to pull him down there with you.
We're kidnapping him.
No, I'm telling him we gotta drink, but I gotta catch the elevator. So we'll do it on the next round.
Okay. Then you jump back down. As you touch
Yeah.
him, right? Your fingers
Yeah.
slip right off him. It's like you
Oh,
get
no.
no grip because it's all sticky and slimy.
But did you just say that he was too slimy for Deimos
Yeah.
to grab?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to understand something here. Deimos has muscles, and I'm always slippery. Yeah, I bear hug him, and I jump. We
He
point
slips
contact.
right out of your arms.
Don't
He
ask where
you
the
grab him
word
and you
contact comes
squeeze
from.
tighter, and it like squirts out. He just squirts right out of your arms.
Again. Ew, ew, ew.
Alright, there's only one thing to do. So I think this
Okay,
is
by this
actual-
time there's 5 seconds left.
5 seconds. Okay.
Ellen, better time. Get ready.
I cast stone skin on him, and then I grab that bitch.
You cast stone skin on him. So as you get close and you cast stone skin on him, so his outer shell begins to harden, right, as stones form all around him. You get close and you realize that in that cup next to him, right, you didn't notice it before, but it's full of molten iron,
I drink
Right?
the shit out of it.
right? You grab it, you drink it. He grabs the other cup because there's one on each side. He grabs it and he chugs it also.
Actually,
Right?
I'm gonna be, because I'm faster. I'm using athletics to grab the other cup and drink it before.
Oh
he
no
drinks it.
no. He
Okay,
gets
okay.
he drinks them also, right? So as you both chug
Yeah.
this molten iron, his body heats up as the heat just dissipates all through his whole body. He begins to steam and it breaks and it cracks the stone off of him. And you can tell that the reason why he has no skin is because he keeps drinking this stuff and just burns all the skin off from outside of him.
Ew.
So the outside layer of skin is just constantly just burning away because he just chugs this stuff all the time.
That's crazy. Alright, I tell him, my name's Deimos. I throw him a pamphlet. I got like 2 seconds. We're gonna talk later. Also, you should talk about Tempest. He's a cool guy. We'll talk later. I give him a sending stone so he can talk to me, and I shoot back to the elevator.
He as you go away, he wraps his arm around your neck, right? Pulls you close, and he licks you on the face.
That's
And then he
crazy,
lets go.
'cause I licked him first. Yeah, loser. Yeah, I win. Deimos.
Is Deimos cheating on Ellen?
I'm back.
What?
I'm back on the elevator, guys.
All right. Just as the elevator is about to dip out of sight, you go down. So while it's happening, Renly
Mhm.
or Feldorn, Galil comes up. He leans over to you, and he says, "Does this type of thing happen often?"
You have no idea.
Welcome
Go-
to the party, pal.
Welcome to the fun.
Galil goes, I don't know if hell is ready for this.
No one's ready for this. Welcome back, Deimos.
The
Are you
last,
cheating
time,
on Ellen?
Definitely no one is ready for this.
the last time we were here, a floor got a new boss.
All right. So you guys pass through the city, the level of Dis. So it's level 2 out of 9. All right. And more time goes by. This time, not a few hours. This time, significant time goes by. Right, as you're descending through layers. So as you the ground level of Dis is flowing molten iron, and the heat is just oppressive. In fact, you guys are gonna have to figure out a way how so that you guys don't all take a bunch of fire damage. What are you doing to keep yourself from taking a bunch of fire damage as you descend through the ground level of Dis?
I have
climate elemental?
I have resistance to fire, but I could also protect us from it too.
Okay. How are you doing that?
Let me find the spell. I will create. How big is this elevator platform?
30 feet across.
30 feet across. Oh, we don't need the whole thing. I will cast Adis's tiny hut.
How hot is it out there?
Hold on. I'm asking Google. How hot is molten iron? 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's it.
Demon's tiny hut, bitches.
Yeah, I'll create Adis's tiny hut. And I'll do it at. We're gonna be here for a long time. You said this is a long trip, right? It's gonna be like more than 8 hours.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll cast it at 8th level, to intensify its ability to control the atmosphere within the hut, to keep it cool enough for us to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Deimos also isn't affected by molten iron anymore. So.
How?
How long?
How
long
I
does that
use
spell?
Athletics of the Soul. So this is the Athletics of the Soul.
Athletics
skill.
of the soul.
I start
But then
flexing
the
my
terror-
soul. Because
Okay.
my muscles actually turned the iron into nothing.
Oh,
But
it lasts
While
for
they're-
8. It lasts
While
for
they're
8
doing
hours.
all that stuff, I have
Okay.
already created a bubble around us with my divine dragon flame crown, and all the heat from the molten lava that's supposed to be bearing down at us, I am ejecting it outwards. So
There you
we're
go.
in a nice little bubble that.
Yeah,
There you
you
go.
can control
Cannot enter.
fire, yeah!
That's right. You can. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, when you
Isn't
All
say
I'm
it like
saying,
isn't
no
that
use.
isn't that wasting your crown ability though?
no.
There is no. You can just do it. There's no like I can use this once a day.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
just control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky you.
But Deimos
I think they're all like that,
Athletics
right?
of the Soul.
No,
No,
the crown of
mine's once
divine,
per short. Yeah,
your
mine's
crowns are
once
once per
short
rest.
Once for short rest.
Well, that's what mine says.
I
Ah,
updated
you're-
mine once you gave us the once per thingy.
No,
Once per short rest.
if his doesn't, then he can use that, and I'll
They-
save
They're all
myself
supposed to be
time.
the same. Let's just say that you can use it, Owen. But in general, let's I don't know. You guys don't use it that often. That's fine. All right. So yeah, the short rest thing
Oh,
was to keep you guys from doing it all the time, but you guys haven't used them that much.
I'm
Are
also
you
hiding.
kidding me? I keep
I'm also-
flipping land over armies.
I'm also hiding the halo, by the way, Midas, while we're here. But
Okay.
on this second trip down,
All right, are you
I
putting like a
actually
hat
wanna-
on it?
well, you said I could snuff it out so that. you
Okay.
can't see it.
Okay. That's fine.
But while we're going down this next section, I actually want to reach out with my crown ability and see if I can find any divine or natural life soul energy just floating around out there within a mile of us.
No, not here.
Okay.
Not here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So an hour goes by and gone is the molten and heat around you. Now you're in a tunnel, a tube going downwards, and for a while it's stone and solid rock, right? Then and as you pass, you see different kinds of sediment around you, but this tunnel that you're going down, it just keeps descending. Finally, after a good, about 10 hours descending, where and Galil has cranked the sickle. He's cranked it all the way up to like the max. So your guys are speeding now, speeding downwards. 10 hours later, right? He downshifts, and you can see that the tube around you is not solid ground anymore. It's not rock. Now it's mist, black, impenetrable mist that you can't see through. Galil says, "We have almost arrived." Okay. A few more minutes go by, and then you find yourselves in another great cavern, another plane. This is a whole other world. So these layers of hell are every much as large and as varied as the layers of Mount Celestia, right? Each one of them a plane almost infinite in its own right.
I'm
we
so
feel
glad
the
we're not spending a
shift?
year going through each level.
You're
Right?
not,
Do
you're
we
not
I
having
feel
like
to
the
the speed
shift?
tour.
to fight through each level like you're going up to
Yeah.
heaven.
I'm like, oh boy, oh boy.
I know, we
Do we
literally
feel
have played at least 6 months per level. Go
Yeah.
on.
right? Do we feel the shift when we go between the planes?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a like, there's no border sign where like you're leaving just
Welcome
welcome
to
to,
this level of
yeah,
hell.
yeah, it's not like
That would
that.
actually be kind of cool.
As you enter this layer, right? Galil says, "This is Minauros." And you guys see an expansive ocean. An ocean, but but it's not water. The waves that move and crash, they're thick, they're sluggish. It's like it's some kind of viscous material. The and coming off, bleeding off of the surface of the ocean is this steam, this great mist that varies in color from section to section, but you can tell that death just seeps through everything. The smell instantly hits you. It's rot. It's poisonous. Instantly, it starts to corrode the inside of your lungs and your noses. It just begins to burn. So Deimos doesn't have that protection from fire anymore because it's over an
It
hour.
only lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. So you guys start to take basically acid damage every time you breathe in.
I am in
This.
screaming hot for now.
All right.
I
So you're
didn't
inside the hut.
create-
Yeah,
didn't create
until
it
we figure
because
out what
of-
the hell we're supposed to do here. What is the toll?
I didn't create it because Owen did his thing.
No, I do it now. Once we're arriving, I do
She does it. She casts it.
Yeah, I do it.
Oh, you're
Okay.
casting it. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you cast it, and you guys are inside the hut, and it's an atmosphere-controlled chamber. What level spell is this?
It's a ritual, so I do it off my off Aurelian, like my legacy weapon.
Okay. All right. You can see from inside that even the outside of the spell wall, is being corroded. It's not burning through quickly, but you can see it's beginning to affect the acidity of this place is affecting even the spell itself. This is Minauros.
You
It
guys,
is
what is the toll here? Because we should leave soon.
the ocean of rot is what this place is.
So it's like an actual acid that's eating through it,
Yeah,
or is it just
highly acidic.
This gives it a new word for acid trip.
This layer of hell is having indigestion? We need to get out of here.
Let's go.
Okay,
I'm gonna hand our what's the guy's name that's taking us down?
Galil?
Galil.
Julio. I hand him 2 handfuls of the blood chip thingies since I forgot
Uh-huh.
the last one.
Okay, he takes them and he puts them in a pocket. He gives you a look of appreciation.
As a point of order, I'll give him a handful each time we reach a floor.
Okay. The lift stops at the water level. So now the ocean of this viscous substance is lapping on the edges of the layer. Little splashes of it come up onto the edge of the platform. None of it's touched you yet, and you guys are inside the hut. Galil stands there. He says, "Minauros," and all around you, spirits screech and wail in the mists. The fog is thick and it's all acidic. It's all burning. You can tell that if you guys were outside the hut right now, you'd be suffering extremely.
Such a welcoming
says-
committee.
He says, "The toll for Minauros is that one of you," and he looks at you all. He says, "One must swim."
How far do we gotta swim?
just submerge in entirety.
Hold my beer.
Yep,
Well,
crazy. Deimos was already inside the water.
So
No, it can't be. Everyone,
I got
everyone
it.
has to pay at least one. Every person has to do one toll.
So
So,
before
I got this one.
before
Alright.
Feldorn jumps in, he uses one of his spirits
Okay.
to cast like a protective shell around him that will transform the water just to regular water instead of whatever acidic liquid it is. So basically, it's like I'm just swimming through regular water.
All right. So you pull one of. Are you using your what's it called? Your truth ability? Your deep knowledge? Which one are you using?
It wasn't deep knowledge. It was the one that can rip apart molecules.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. The boon of deepest truth.
Yeah, so I'm basically ripping away the molecules that turn it into acid to just turn it into H2O.
And as he's jumping
Uh,
in, I'll use my reaction to cast Spell Shield as well, just to help out a little bit. Pep and Spell
Okay.
Shield.
All right. It's Pep and spells. Let me read this. Completely immune to all magical spells and effects on the start of your next turn. Any magical effects around you are suppressed for 1 hour. Okay. So, it touches. What are you doing, Adis?
I reach out a hand and I'm like, oh, too slow.
All right. So, Feldorn, you exit the bubble, the hut, and as you do, you reach into yourself, acknowledging the truth of what binds all matter and energy together. Right? And one of your spirits comes to you, and you call to it. And this spirit, who is this spirit that comes to you? Which one of your memories? It's not your mom. It's a different spirit. Who is it?
That's a good question.
Remember, your spirits are all the remnants of loved ones or allies or trusted friends.
As he's thinking about that weird stuff,
You know what?
Deimos already jumped in the water.
This spirit's gonna be one of the people from the Feywild that really helped me out.
Okay.
That I thought was my friend.
Well, some of them were.
Yeah.
The spirits would if they were spirit, then they agreed to stay with you. So, to leave a part of themselves with you. So it really was your friend.
Yeah. So this one will be called Bob.
Yay!
All right. The spirit, as a spirit comes to you, as you request its presence, because you don't really summon them, you just request their presence. They come, and you whisper to it the truth of things. Right, and it understands, and it's able to utilize that truth. And as you step out, it's the spirit moves around you, it envelops you, and it begins to divide the acid in the air. The molecules of acid in the air, it takes them and it breaks them down into component parts. So the steam and the begins to as it does that in a thin layer. So it's like maybe a half-inch layer thick layer around your whole body, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At that one point, there's a chemical reaction where the molecules are being split and broken down into different materials, basic neutral materials. Water begins to drip off of you as it condenses. Some steam is released in various vapors. A little bit of light and heat just flashes all around you. To those watching this, it seems like Feldorn is washed in various colored light, just like reflecting and glowing off of his body. And then you get to the edge of the platform. All right, you're gonna step in. You look into the water. Or it's not water, but you look into the what you think looks like water, and you can tell that it's not just acid. There's something else going on in there. You can feel and you can hear the screams of souls, just rippling through the bog. Oh,
He's not here. His Discord crashed.
he's not here. Discord crashed. Okay.
Like that, it's like Lord of the Rings and that bog that a certain hobbit fell in, and all the ghosts are underneath.
The what happened underneath? I missed that.
Remember the bog where I think Frodo fell in and there were ghosts in that bog of water?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, the souls got us other man. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, I'm getting like PTSD memories of that scene where I was like, no! They were swimming in the lake.
All right. Where's Feldorn? Is he back yet?
And while Feldon was deciding on his spirit, Deimos already jumped in, so Deimos is also next to Feldorn. Does anything happen to Deimos?
Deimos, you jumps in.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
as soon as I see him move, I pull him with the tether.
Demos.
Yeah,
All right, you tether.
Deimos.
You tethered back.
Demos
Deimos,
is
you tethered
doing
back into.
every challenge. Demos does every challenge. Demos ain't no bitch. I'm gonna become the king of hell.
Deimos.
Yeah.
All that metal has cooled inside your stomach,
Yeah.
right? And your
So
body
my-
had already started to pass it. So it's gone through your small intestines, and so now it's hardened, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
fully. So there's, you know how all your small intestines is like all these bends and turns. That's all iron inside your stomach and your intestines now.
Just regular iron though.
No, it's
Yeah,
hell
I
iron.
Move it. Hell iron. Ooh, it's slightly stronger iron. Do you know how
It's-
strong my gut is?
Sorry,
I'm strong,
Discord crashed on me. I had a
Yeah, no worries. We're just hanging out. Yeah. Yes. So what Gail is talking about, the worst fecal impactation ever. Basically, your shit doesn't pass through anymore.
You're gonna need
Mm,
surgery,
That's
bitch.
what you think. Do you know how strong Deimos is? Iron ain't shit.
Are these gonna
I
give
know,
you
I know,
like,
but there's but
The amount of
but there's
protein
no
I eat
muscles.
is it's pretty much a plus. There is. It's pretty much a +5 poop every time.
I could
They
actually.
could
I know, but I'm
sell
s-
my poop
I could
as
actually turn
literal
it.
weapons.
is there a muscle for you to flex that to make
okay.
your
Is this-
small
is this what we're
intestine
doing?
past
Oh,
iron?
Actually, I'll be straight
can-
up, like, for real,
I
there
could-
actually is. But for all
Is there?
intents and funny purposes, yeah, for real.
Hey,
How are you gonna work it
after
out?
This, I'm gonna do a freedom of movement. I'm gonna cast that in my gut
I could turn
to
it
have
to
straight
liquid.
diarrhea.
Okay.
There's actually a
All
spell
right, we'll
to
see if
turn
that.
iron into a liquid.
Yeah. So
We'll see if
I do freedom of movement to literally have diarrhea.
All right.
Oh,
We're
and I'm
gonna
yeah.
see if that
I'm
works.
gonna
I
shit
heard-
into the.
Hey,
I'm
Midas.
shitting into this acid water.
Hey, Amos, could I jump in on this? So since you
Yeah.
want to put freedom of movement on the iron, I could actually make the iron into a snake. I could actually
Inside
I don't-
inside his
I don't-
body. How are you gonna touch it? Don't you have to cast it on something that you can see or touch?
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Here.
Is it within sight?
First off,
Is it poly? Is it...
Life is getting
Fir-
worse.
first off, you're not Elwyn. If Elwyn was gonna go look in there, okay. Adis, a little iffy on that one. I'll tell you.
I'm the
tell
only
you what.
man that's been inside of him, and I will
Mm.
be the only man that's ever been inside of
I
him.
mean, I can technically give myself a vision to be able to see inside of him.
And how are you gonna get in there?
I don't have to touch it. I just have to be able to see it.
All right, you work
Sure.
on if you can do that. Deimos, you cast freedom of movement. All right, Feldorn, you step in. You're looking into the water. You're peering over the edge. Your spirit is protecting you from the acid in the air. You look in the water, and you can tell the water is something different. All right, there's something moving in the water. It doesn't look like a creature though. But there are souls screaming from underneath the water.
There's. Tell you what.
Feldorn,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
what are you gonna do?
So there's souls screaming from within the water?
Yeah.
You can see the truth of things, right? You know how to like make them go into the afterlife, right?
They are in.
Feldorn has specific abilities. His abilities are tied to the axioms that you guys fought.
Yeah, so I'm
So
like,
he's
there's
got
something to show him what's
Binding,
going
breaking.
on.
Yeah, the learning of things. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna end up using Excuse me.
What are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
I'm gonna use a spirit to from the deepest truth, the learning of things,
Mm-hmm.
to uh to learn how to make the spirits go, like, pass on to wherever they have to go. Like, I know
So,
they're in hell, they're in the afterlife, but to make them, like,
yeah.
pass on and end their suffering.
Okay. Um. So you see one in there, and you as you activate this truth, the deep truth. Um. You're gonna need to get closer. You're gonna need to be in the water to interact with this with the soul in the water.
I pulled the soul up to him.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. You jump in.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I've been right next to him the whole time. Like,
Oh, you get tethered back. Ellen's been tethering you back.
yeah, and I keep jumping back in because Damos said he's taking every challenge. Damos ain't no bitch. Damos can become
All
the
right,
king
Felder,
of
you
all the realms.
Felder, you jump in the water. You step off and you let yourself drop in. As you hit, you don't sink in straight like water. It's more like a little bit more viscous, like you jump into Jello, right? But it's moving around you. As soon as you hit, the spirit goes into overdrive, keeping the burning off of your body, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
soul in the water, the soul there, attacks, right? It lashes out at you as it hits you. It's a very much not a physical attack. It's a spiritual attack as it strikes you. Okay, in the moment that you touch it, all right, you learn some things about it. Um, you learn that this was a a very hateful creature. That this creature, in its entire existence on the mortal plane, was a subject of hatred, right? So it was hated, it was reviled, it was ridiculed and abused, and but as that happened, it lashed out. It repaid every wrong that was done to it. It repaid it 10 times over. So the atrocities it committed, the hateful things it did, right, are it just all surges through. The knowledge of it surges through you.
Okay.
All right. As it does, it begins to affect you. Your body begins to change. You're interacting with its essence. If you can find a way, if you can come up with a way to diffuse it to help it pass on, that's available to you, right? But in the meantime, your body is beginning to rot, to decay as you're sitting here. The acid is you're being protected from the acid, but spiritually, the spiritual attack is beginning to decay your body.
So for some reason in my inventory, I have a very, very expensive jeweled skull.
Okay.
I'm going to take that jeweled skull plus one of my spirits plus one of my spells called Soul Burn.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I know. Yeah, no, I'm not going to use Soul Burn. I'm just going to use the skull plus one of my spirits to try and rip all the anger and hatred and everything that soul has from the binding and breaking,
Mm-hmm.
and keep it in the skull, turn that jewel skull into kind of bomb that maybe I could use later.
Ooh, nice. Channel that hatred.
Okay. Roll me, roll a d20. As you interact with the spirit, with the soul. So the difference between a soul and a spirit, the soul is the eternal part of someone, right? It's the part that is their identity, right? Is their not identity, is their essence, is their personhood, right?
Yeah.
The spirit is their values. It's their will. It's their character. It's their strength, right? That lives on. So it's two different things. But they are akin. They are, um, they are similar to an extent. They are the parts of a being that are not the physical, right? So having a bit of insight into this world, you of all people can touch this soul, right? And in a flash of deep truth, you acknowledge that what must be done to balance to balance the scales of all the horror that this creature has done, right? It must be balanced against something else. Okay? So you're able to create a temporary siphon. You pull away all the hatred and evil, right? And you imbue it into the skull. In doing so, you bring balance to the soul itself, right? It swirls and spins. It releases you, and the touch on your body begins to the places where it touched you. You can feel the burn. You can feel the decay, the the sickness of your skin. The progression of that rot stops, right? The soul spirals and writhes in this ocean and jets up into the sky in a brilliant plume of spray, cutting through the fog and the mist, right? And it flies upwards and out of sight. So what you've done is you've created a temporary holding place, for the hatred and the evil that this thing committed. It's inside this skull. The weights you have to balance. It will last for a while, but you have to bring balance to it. You have to utilize it in a way that the good that it accomplishes will counterbalance all the evil that was done. Otherwise, that soul that you just released will be damned even worse than before.
You got it.
Okay. So you can write a note on that skull that the way you use it has to counterbalance all the evil that creature did. All right. But you're done.
I get back on the
Yeah,
lift.
as you pull up out of the water, you look up and you see Deimos's bare asshole as he's squatting over the edge of the platform.
Watch
Hey,
out
Minus.
below.
I have a cool idea I want to try for Deimos with all the iron that's in him.
Okay. All right. Deimos is sitting there trying to flex. Deimos, why don't you just roll a let's see. This is not really athletics because you can't really work out your intestine. Roll me a.
Actually, I'll be honest. Yeah, you can. It's called powerlifting. I got my
Eagles?
I almost did a shoulder press of 7 plates on each side. I don't know. It's like 600 something pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Definitely pooped blood for like a day and a half. Definitely pooped blood for like a day and a half. It's definitely muscles there.
All right.
Hey,
All right.
Hey, Deimos,
roll-
before you try to shit it out, let me throw this idea at Midas to see if he would even
Okay,
let me
what's
try
the idea?
it and see if you like it. So
It's
my
definitely
idea is
hardened to iron.
Yeah, I want to use my wish to create a spell called Adis's Absorb Iron, and the idea is to cast it on Deimos to let him absorb the iron and gain an ability similar to that one character in X-Men where he can turn his skin into iron.
Oh, Colossus.
Yeah, and gain like an armor class bonus from it.
Wait a second. I just thought about something. This is silly. Why there shouldn't be actually any iron in my system. Do you know how fucking strong Deimos is? The amount of iron I need for my blood? Like, it's probably just my normal morning intake.
Well, see, your body hasn't digested it yet.
Yeah, my body will eat iron. Iron is good for body.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so it's digesting it slowly, but right now you got
Slowly?
chunks of iron coiled up through your
Fine.
body, impacting your bowels and,
You know what?
and all that stuff.
Just
You're trying.
I got freedom of movement. I'll poop out a few, but I'm holding on to them. because I might need to eat them later. Okay.
Wait, what'd you say, Falloran?
Technically, the acid in his stomach is strong enough to eat through the iron.
Yeah,
Scientifically speaking,
it'll happen. And, it's gonna take a while.
it takes a long
Um,
time.
all right.
I'm
So
just
Damos,
saying. Do you know how strong someone with a 138 strength is? I need a lot of iron. I think my calorie intake per day is like 40,000.
all right. So Damos, tell me what you're doing. You're trying to you cast freedom of movement on your gut. Okay. So you
Yeah.
feel it, loosen up a bit. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what happens if you decide what you're gonna do.
All right, so what's gonna happen? Deimos gets freedom movement on his gut because he knows there's some valuable super iron in there, and you don't want to lose it all. So the stuff that doesn't get digested the first time, I'm gonna poop it out, wash it off, and I'll probably have to eat it later because hell iron has a different type of iron in it. So I'm gonna make new fucking eating pills out of the stuff I poop out later.
Be
But
right
for
back. Gotta
now,
go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna shit it out.
He's gonna go shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna shit it, but then
All
I'm
this
gonna clean
talk
it
about shitting.
in the acid and get the poop off of it, and then I'll eat it later.
All right. All right. So while you're out, you're outside the bubble, by the way. Your skin is burning. But okay.
Is it? Yeah.
Roll me an athletics check. You're gonna tighten your abs, right, to take the
Yeah.
biggest shit of your life, the most powerful shit
Oh,
of your
yeah.
life.
Ooh, that's a good plus a D4
That's a
because I guided it. Yeah, that's 101.
101.
I
Why'd
love
you have
the
to ruin the
guidance. I love
100?
the D4 guidance.
It's not awesome until it's
the
over
D4
100.
guidance is where it's at.
Your guidance should be at least a D20 now.
It should be, but this
It'll
D4 is
forever be a
really
D4.
funny.
D4, yeah.
It makes it way funnier when we have these inflated numbers.
And then
To put
D4.
a fucking one on something. I'm like, yeah, so I have a 100. I did a 101 Dalmatian shit.
Okay. All right. You clench your gut and your asshole so hard, like has never been like no abs have ever been clenched, in the history of mankind, right?
Yeah.
You clench your abs so hard that you feel iron shattering inside your stomach,
Yeah.
right? And inside your intestine. Okay? Then you push, you push hard, right? And you can feel it begin to move. It's moving through. Okay? Feldorn has emerged from below the water. He screams out, "What the fuck?" And he scampers up, out from underneath your asshole, and he jumps back up and he gets back inside the bubble.
Yeah.
Davis, by the way, you're burning. You're
Yeah.
power squatting over the edge of the thing. You're burning. The acid is full on eating away at your skin, and it's serious
I
acid.
feel-
I mean, you're pulling 72 damage,
Who
just
cares?
in acid damage right now.
I'm fucking crazy staying Deimos right now.
Okay.
I feel like I just had the best, the most delicious of all the chalupas. I have a +5 chalupa. I feel like I'm
Okay. All right,
and I'm
Deimos.
pushing it out.
All right, roll one more athletic check.
Oh yeah. Oh, I cast guidance on myself. Okay, I like that D4. Ooh,
Oh,
shit. We're at 105 Dalmatians now.
all right. So now, you push one more time. Okay, you can feel the stuff moving through your gut. I mean, these shards of iron, they're sharp. They're tearing through intestine. You're bleeding internally, but that's okay.
I feel like at
it's
this
just
level though,
normal.
like, our skin should be stronger than metal.
Your skin, yeah, but not your insides. Anyway,
My insides are stronger than my outside.
all right, I'll let you roll.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'll let you roll a D100, right? And it represents the percentage of iron that's in your body. Whatever you roll is the
Oh my
percentage of
God.
the iron that actually gets a pass. All right, 47% of the iron goes. It starts
Nice.
spewing out of your ass and it starts plunking into water. But it's not.
Oh, shit.
It's not solid chunks. It's shards, blades, right? So full on cutting and tearing. The ripping and the tearing. The ripping and
Oh my
tearing on the way
God.
out.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
Okay, so here. So
Yeah.
so I mean it would have been. Let's see here. It would have been
Cast
this much.
Happens true shield on his asshole.
All right. All right. Okay. So this is
Actually,
just
Can I use a War God's Blessing on this attack too? Because
For
I feel like
what?
I'm attacking the water, so I will use a War God's Blessing to add a +10 to my shit attack.
Okay, so you get 57% of the iron,
Yeah,
not
I
47%.
don't know how
Okay.
it works. No, yeah, that's what I'm going with. But I do want to collect that iron because
All right.
that's gonna be good later.
All right. So, some tearing and ripping happens, but then Elwyn notices it and casts Pepin's True Shield. So you only take, so let's say you've taken 73 points of acid damage, 72. So this here is the iron cutting damage. Okay. So 72, 73, and 29. That's all the damages you should have taken so far.
Okay.
And Deimos, you have extruded 57% of the iron in your body.
But I want to keep the rest of it though because that's gonna help me get stronger.
All right, are you gonna try to get it out of the water? So I mean, it's shooting into the water.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'm fucking reaching into the water. Of course, I'm gonna do
Oh,
that.
you're trying to catch it? No, I got you. I'm gonna.
But we gotta make sure it washes the poop and blood off because I want to have some nice iron.
So I'm gonna have before I cast the shield. We were ready for this, so I would have cast. I would have used my web shot to make a nice web, so all the liquid and the all the shit can get through it, but it'll filter out it'll catch all the iron in my web that I sort of put around Deimos's ass like a diaper.
That's some boss metal shit right there. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Take that, hell. You ain't got shit on us.
I don't know what the hell is going on here.
We never know.
Where's the leader of this realm?
Dude, I feel
He's
like
far away.
This campaign is.
He wants nothing to
what
do with this.
Like what gods would do if they didn't have the responsibilities of dealing
Oh,
with.
Did you guys watch? Have you guys watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. I
Oh,
really
you
wanted
gotta-
to.
You gotta
I
watch
know,
this
I
fucking
know.
movie.
I know it's good. Everyone says it's super good. I'm gonna watch it. Give me like a week.
It's
I've been
hilarious.
It is
crazy
fun.
busy with work.
I hate going to the movies. So I'm gonna wait until it's on somewhere I can buy and watch it here.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah,
but you
that's
gotta
what-
watch this movie.
That's what I'm waiting for.
It was
I've
totally
only-
worth it. I was like, oh my god! It was
You
so
can totally
good.
tell. Like they was all written by people who play D&D.
Exactly.
All the stuff they
material,
do, like,
the spells. Oh.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Yep. You can. Yeah, it's
I've
awesome.
only heard one complaint about the movie at all. Like the only one.
What's
and that
that?
was that the druid like wild shapes like 20 times in one day.
That's true. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, yeah. And
And-
like the bad guy
me
cast
personally-
the bad lady cast like multiple 9th level spells. So
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that's that limitation is for balancing in the tabletop. Like the idea of spell slots doesn't actually exist in the lore itself. That's a
Yeah.
game mechanic.
Okay, no spoilers, please.
No. See, the thing is that I assume
it's a
the
freaking
rules
great
were
movie.
quite level 20.
They're gonna be like, "Whoa, he's the coolest
Yeah.
guy ever."
it's a freaking great movie. You guys gotta watch it. Like they do stupid jacked up shit like a party would do anyway. So that's why.
Mhm.
I mean, nothing
That's-
as extreme as what we're doing now, but still.
So you're saying that
Are they murder
they should
holders?
iron out their asshole with a web in there as a diaper in hell to save the iron to eat it
I
later?
would,
That's crazy. Where's the leader of this realm? Deimos is gonna
All right.
squint his eyes.
Yeah, the leader of this realm wants nothing to do with you guys. So he's very very far away.
What
All right.
What's their name? What's the leader's name?
Oh,
is there
I
anybody?
gotta look
Is there
this up.
any like non-soul deathy people like around besides our guide?
That you can see? No.
Oh, okay.
On the far bank, sure. There's people on the far. He's like on the picture. In the picture of those people on the far bank. Yeah, you can see those shadows.
Are they close enough to talk to without screaming at them like an idiot, or is it like far away?
You'd have to shout, really, really, really loud. They're far away. Okay. All right, Deimos, you have successfully caught. Hold on, I'm gonna roll this. All right. Through all your work and through Pepin's web shot, you extrude 57% of the iron. You managed to collect 5% of the iron. All right.
Ooh,
In
but
his
it's like
diaper.
it's like it's the gem part of it though. So we actually digested the bad part. This is like it's like a diamond in the rough.
I am
Okay,
going
sure.
to cast. Damn it! I have so many spells now.
Let me actually, I gotta add in.
Oh,
Poop
Pep
Iron.
and
Hell,
Second
Poop Iron.
Chance. So I'm gonna cast Pep and Second Chance, and we're gonna try to catch more.
Subject can take a new saving throw to shrug off one unwanted condition.
Don't read it.
All right, all right, all right. That's fine. That's fine. Deimos, roll a d20. All right, we'll revise that 5%, and now you've caught 35%. 35% of the iron
That's better.
is in that diaper. Okay. The rest of it
Alright,
has chunked into the water, and the souls are fleeing from it. Um, but it's and so I mean this diaper still contains a fair amount of shit and blood, but and there is also hell iron
Well,
that
I
has
just
passed through your system.
I added things to my inventory if it's okay with you. I put Hell, Poop Iron 35%.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, in eons to come, or like in the next campaign, if a character actually found like a shard of iron that passed through the system of the greater god Deimos, it could probably be a badass weapon. But
Yep,
that's
yep.
that's a concept for another day.
Yeah,
I
that's
created
that's some
art
pretty
out
cool.
of this.
That's some pretty cool shit. If you catch my drift.
Hey,
It's
Midas.
very cool
Also,
I'm
shit.
giving myself inspiration. That was pretty good.
Midas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to let you know, none of my new spells do damage except the Ass Quake. They're all stupid stuff like this. Okay.
That sounds
So
great.
I'm still gonna do the same combat stuff. I just have a lot of more stuff to do when we're doing this bullshit.
Sure. Okay, that's fine, man.
Can I take
Alright.
one of the small pieces of iron and attach
Out
a
of the diaper?
pamphlet to
Yes.
it? Yeah, I'll take a small one and I'll put one of my pamphlets on it. And I'm gonna wrap it up with duct tape because I have duct tape too. Don't ask questions. And
Okay.
whoever is the denizen of this realm, whoever is the big Honchetto,
Uh-huh.
I will summon it to them with my muscles.
Throw it. See, he throws it really far. While you're doing that, you take 47 points of acid damage.
That doesn't
Alright,
do
you take
shit
it. You
to me.
Also,
you take
I
it
have
and you
noticed
throw it.
Yeah.
I never
like,
used
real
any
far.
spells, and right now I'm out of first and almost out of second spells.
Wow.
With these bullshit spells.
Yeah, also, I want to
Get
make sure
to
you
use
know
them
this.
again.
Yeah, I'm at like the highest tier of Deimos Super Saiyan, so it goes like really far. It's gonna reach him. I walk
Yeah,
back in the
it
bubble,
it moves off into the distance. Yeah, you
and
believe
then
it got to him.
yeah. So and then I'll go back to the bubble and be like,
All right, guys. Deimos did the second test. Let's keep doing this crap. Literally.
Galil is looking at you guys, and his jaw, his bone jaw, is just hanging a little bit open, and he says, "I
told
don't
you.
believe what I've seen. Legends have
Pat him
told.
on the butt. You'll get used to it.
I point
Yes,
at
we've heard- Here in hell, we have a legend of a group of beings that would be touched by fate, or perhaps just touched in the head.
Both
But
could
that
be
would
true.
come in and it would upset the balance of hell, and I never thought that.
I'm gonna go up
I
to
mean,
him,
he
put
says,
my finger to his lips. I'm gonna go, just hush and enjoy.
upsetting. I never thought it would be so upsetting. He clicks the his staff in the control mechanism, and the lift begins to descend again. All right. You pass through the waters, the vaporous mists, and the screaming and screeching souls that were trapped in that decaying ocean, that ocean decay. That was Minaros, and the passage of time that from Minaros to the next realm is not quite as long. It's only a couple hours. Galil is as you guys are traversing that distance, Galil informs you that you are now, since you have passed through and you're heading to the fourth layer. You now have rights to gain knowledge from the realms above. If you have any questions for him,
Ask him if Jackass is on either of those floors.
he says no.
And I say, what? You don't have any donkeys in hell?
He says, my mother was a donkey, but you will speak not of her.
Hey, who is your great grandfather? What's his name? Philip?
Galil, if during the course of our travels you find yourself needing to
Oh shit!
perhaps
What are you saying? Yeah, I can barely hear it.
if you find yourself during our travels that you need to perhaps get a bit of distance from what is happening, I can certainly help you forget the more exciting bits. Magically speaking. So just say the word, okay? You'll be fine. See?
He says, how is that applied? Is it a bomb, or is it a medicine that I ingest, or is it a spell you cast?
A spell I cast, but I can make it into a tea if you like.
He says, please strike me with it. I want it all over every part of my body.
All right. I cast Blessed Forgetfulness.
All right. To make him just forget the less tasteful bits.
Yes.
Okay. After it's done, he nods at you and thanks you.
Yay.
I see.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Let's
And then
keep going
forgets why
down.
you did it because that would remind him of what you were making him forget.
Yes. Ignore that most of my stretchy pants are dissolved, and everything's outside the belt around my belly.
All right. You
Hey,
guys
Alex.
continue downwards. Yeah.
So since his one spell that the Elwyn's Assquake that could do like obscene amount of damage, I was gonna ask, since I have this spiffy uh ninth level spell called Power Word Kill that's pretty much useless in your campaign, can I upgrade it so it can instantly kill anybody with less than 20,000 hit points?
20,000.
Yeah, because his 7th level can do 15,000.
And yours is 9th level.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay.
Can I?
Um,
Vision?
You already have those.
But like,
You
I
just
have
have to
my
flex your
real hard.
eyes.
Yeah, flex my
Yeah,
eyes.
flex
it
your
does,
eyes.
Uh,
It's not a
27,000 damage.
It's
Can't
not a
save it.
specific damage spell. That's why I was asking. Otherwise, I would have just did a damage roll and hoped he liked it in the future.
All right, let's
Alright.
go, bro.
You guys enter the next world. This one, there's flames. And except the flames are malicious. Hiding within them, you see devils embodying the flames and snarling and sneering at you as you walk through. As you descend into this lair, all around you the fire burns, and you hear voices coming from the flames, staring at you, mocking you, calling you names. Screaming things out about you, about your bravery, about your lack of courage, about your failures.
Cast silence.
Hey, Demos, I think they're talking about you.
I instantly cast
Hey,
silence as soon as they
most
start
likely.
talking shit.
Are you
20
casting it on
feet out
them?
from me. No, on me. So 20 feet out from me, it just becomes a dome of silence.
Okay.
You do realize
All
that
right.
doesn't follow you around, right?
Huh?
You do realize that doesn't follow you around, right?
I know, but it'll
Yeah, let
cover
me see
like
the spell.
90% of the platform.
Demus
me
walked
see that spell.
outside the bubble.
1 second. Here we go. Oh, I can't. Oh, let me find
You can't link it.
Give me 1 second here. Where is it? Bubble silence. There it is. I have to share it from my.
For a duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose when range. Any creature or object entirely in the sphere is immune to thunder damage. Creature deafened while entirely inside. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyone inside his dome can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah, I walk outside of it.
You walk outside the dome. All right, Damos, you start hearing all these voices, hundreds and hundreds of voices, taunting you from every direction, talking about all the things you've done in your past, talking about how you weren't there to save your loved ones that died. You know, you weren't.
Where?
Talking about like how
Eh?
you liked it. You liked it when Vork was kicking your balls. You know,
Oh, that was
they're
crazy.
talking.
I think that was the hormones talking because I was gaining so much muscle.
They're talking about. Let me think here.
Yeah, keep
Um,
going.
Reminding him every time he got shot in the face.
Whoa, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch killed me like 3 times. I'll tell you what, if there's one thing Deimos is allergic to, it the guy who shoots me in the back of the head every fucking time. It's crazy. Who would have guessed that a massive, super powerful, super nuclear gun would be my weakness?
Then a voice whispers in your ear.
Yeah.
A voice whispers in your ear. It says, Tempest never liked you.
I will beat your
Tempest
ass.
always.
No.
Tempest
No.
always.
No. Where the fuck
He's
is
a
this bitch who saying this?
Tempest always just tolerated you, but he hated every moment of it.
Oh, okay. Who saved me?
You were never good enough for him.
Oh, Deimos is gonna start breaking the ground.
He starts smacking the ground.
I'm gonna break your plane. I don't give a shit anymore. You're a fucking liar.
No, he stepped
And
outside of
also,
it. He stepped outside of it.
Okay.
Deimos,
No, I was telling Renly.
Tempest loves Deimos, and Deimos loves Tempest, and we're like super good friends. Okay?
His Tempest was always. You were always.
Who's saying it? Who's saying this stuff?
Well, it's
Deimos
the
is
flames.
gonna
It's the
flex
flames
the-
around you. It's the flames around you.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of the flames.
You start punching the flames.
Well, yeah, I beat the shit out of them. You want to roll damage on these motherfuckers?
Okay. All right. As that's happening, as you're doing that, you see Deimos on the edge, flailing and striking at the fire in the air around him. His skin is starting to burn, scalding around him.
Eat that dick shit, flames. I'm the
Go-
best.
Galil is watching, and he's just shaking his head. You guys land at the base level of this fiery hell, and this of all the hells, this is like the most typical. Fire and demons everywhere. This is Phlegthos.
I start grabbing some demons and punching the fire with the demons, and
Okay.
asking the demons why the fire is being mean.
Yeah, but as you're grabbing demons, you're punching them. The fire is blazing around you. You're burning. Your skin is starting to scorch and peel and blister around you. But the voices, they keep going. They keep going.
Oh shit.
He says, it's like we've seen you. We've seen you. When you're being intimate with your wife, you're such a little bitch. You're such a little bitch.
Wait.
You like it. You cry like a
admitted
baby.
Oh, dude. My name is Deimos. I use my athletics of the sword. I close
Yes.
my eyes.
He says, you have none of the strength of Tempest. You have all the bitchiness of Bane. You and your two dads. You and your two gay dads. Is that why you like to work up your ass so much?
Wait, so you're saying I was born of double testosterone? I must be massive. Holy shit. I am the pinnacle of power. I was created between 2 powerful species, and the testosterone is all inside of me.
Why
I
is
am
he
not
getting
mad
all
at these flames
agitated?
anymore. These
Him?
flames are making Deimos even stronger and heavier.
So Davis, are you getting worked up, or are you trying to go zen?
No, Deimos is zen. These flames are telling Deimos how strong he is. Because they're saying that I required 2 balls. Now wait, 4 balls to make.
Wow.
And then the voices, as you're saying that, they start to quiet. They start to silence one by one. The voices go
No.
away.
Fire, keep talking to me. I need more of this power you're giving me.
Right? Then a voice a voice comes up into your ear, and
Eh,
it says, "You'll never be strong enough."
I know. But the best part about never being strong enough is keep trying to get to that pentacle. Because I can always keep getting stronger. There's no limit. My name is Deimos. I'll keep getting stronger. I'm
You'll,
super cool and everything. Look at my pants.
no one thinks you're cool.
That's impossible. Look at my muscles. My muscles are very big.
They
Everyone, I
they
will let
all
you know.
they all laugh at you.
My kitty cat that I love above us, besides probably Elwin, which is also a solid type. Mrs. Fluffy Paws
She put up
snuggled
with you.
me all the time and and said I was really cool, which means I am the coolest thing this world has ever seen. I'm a solid 6 out of 10. I
um,
just need to get stronger.
Galil leans over to you, Renly, and he says, "Are we done yet? Would you one of you guys like to take the toll so we can move on?"
Where's the toll? Deimos is doing it.
I'll let the silence off, Midas.
I
Okay.
look at Galil and I'm like, if we skip the tolls, you'll never have to deal with this again.
He said, "I'm half thinking
In a
about
very,
taking."
in a
He said,
very, very convincing manner.
He says, Galil is being honest. He says, Galil is, is seriously considering paying all the tolls himself just so he can get on with this.
Deimos says, give
You
me
need
the
to pull
tolls.
that out again.
Where's the toll? Deimos will get bigger and stronger. Where's the tolls at? Deimos is about it.
He says, this is Phlegthos. To pay the toll for this place, you must submit yourself to the flames.
Okay, I'm running the flames.
One
I'm
person,
already
not
I've
him.
already been beating the shit out of
One
the
one
flames.
person besides him has to go. He can
I
do it,
jumped
but okay. All right, Ellen, you jump into the flames. So you cannot directly affect these flames since these are hell flames, right? With your crown. Your crown can't directly affect this, Ellen. But you step into the flames, and the fires begin to burn you. So physically, they burn you, right? The fire heats up around you, but then the taunts of the demons begin to come through. All right. So let's talk about the physical first. Heat, unlike any that you've experienced before, begins to burn up around you. Now your body is extremely resistant. I think you're even immune to fire damage.
Immune.
Yeah.
To everything that's dealing with heat.
Okay. But just like Renly's bubble in the acid zone, you can start to feel the edges of your fiery soul of your dragonkin flame heritage begin to succumb. The edges are beginning to erode away in this sheer fury of this fire. All right, this hellfire. And that distracts you a little bit. I mean, your mind goes to that. He says, you know you won't be able to stay in these flames forever. And then the voices come. They come in force, droves of them, whispering to you, talking of your insecurities, talking of your failures, talking of your weakness, talking of your of your inadequacy.
Can we hear them, or are they in his head?
Nope, just his head. Just his head. Okay? So, Elwin, a voice comes through and tells you of all of the people that you failed, people that have died that you were unable to save. Another voice comes through and says that in all your searching, right, you still won't be in all your growth and all the things that you're trying to accomplish. You'll never be able to truly change you've tried to alter your ways and become a better person, but you're never going to be able to do that. You're always going to revert to the animal, the depraved person you always were.
I'm gonna
How do
let
you
them
how do you
do.
react to them?
I am listening to everything that they have to say,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to. I've been holding in my hand this whole time while these hell flames have been burning around me, and I'm taking it all in. And while I was being taunted, I channeled 13 spell slots, and
Okay.
I smile and I say, "It's that all you have to say? You taunt me with failures? You taunt me with that? You see, the secret is embracing everything that I've done and everything that I will do, and knowing that you still have no power over me. And I will summon the heart of hell's eternal flame over my head, and I am going to, as a bonus action, siphon every ounce of hellfire that's around me, and then spit it out 4 times. It says I can disperse a burst of hellfire, quadruple that I ingested into myself. So I'm gonna use the red hell spike in this fiery hell and use it back against whoever's taunting me. That voice, letting them know who's boss.
Okay. All right. You take the hell spike. Um, let's see. Does this consume the hell spike? I think it might.
Wait, what?
Hold on. Let me see here. No, it won't consume it. It'll just make it so that it can't be used for a long time. Um, you take the hell spike, so you and fire are synonymous. Your mastery over fire magic, your your heritage of dragon flame, and all the trials you've been through. You and fire are close. One thing you've never really mastered, however, is hellfire. But here in this moment, you take all their taunts, you take the heat, you take this the overwhelming force of their psychological and physical attack, right? And you let the ember burn inside you, and you summon, like you said, the eternal heart of fire above you, and and release from the hell spike a burst, a blazing swirl of flame and heat, a flame that burns the fire around you away. So a fire that burns fire. It swirls and explodes out from around you, and you can see all in the distance. This wave that you emanate pushes back the hell flame. So it's hundreds and hundreds of yards that this goes on, right? It doesn't wipe out the plane or anything, but it creates this vacuum. And in that moment, you look over and you see Deimos just standing there in the middle of the fire himself. His skin all burned and crisp, blackened. Large chunks of his body, of his skin, burned away by the fire. Um, but you've cleared it out. You cleared that away for now, and you stand there victorious as the demons, um, charred and burned. You can see their ashen corpses on the ground, littering the ground, dozens and dozens of them all around you.
And then just to show the mastery over fire, while Deimos's body is there burning and red from the heat, I will look over to him, and to whoever was taunting, I say, I have mastered that fire not only burns, but it also cleanses. And I am going to shoot 6 healing fire bolts. So my healing fire is going to engulf Deimos and heal him. While I pull him back with the tether,
Okay.
and we get on
Yeah.
with our journey.
You can see the wounds on his body start to cauterize and seal themselves up. Okay.
Are there any devils
Yeah.
that got caught up in his "go fuck yourself" move that are fucked up? laying there dying?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I want to walk over to one. I'm gonna kneel down next to him. I'm gonna be like, because I need to try this thing out. I need to know how well it works. I'm gonna be like, man, sucks to be you, dude. And I'm gonna stab him in the throat with the hell spike.
Okay. You impart onto him permanent soul death.
Sweet. Just wanted to make sure it works. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah. Its soul is annihilated, and and its body can never be reanimated. Okay. Galil is standing there, visibly. Now he's a little bit shaken now. I mean, you've pushed back the hellfire. You permanently killed a devil. Um, he's a little bit more timid now as he walks. He leans over, and he says, "If this one may, would you all be willing to proceed?"
I jump back on whatever we're riding on, and I slap him on the ass. I'm gonna say, "Let's go."
Oh, I asked him
The
if Dick Face is on this plane.
He says, "He is not." As you slap him on the back on the butt, Elwin, the squiggly spirit hands on his back, they kind of flail a little bit.
Did you
They're pretty
need to
slimy
forget
to the
anything on
touch.
this plane?
What?
I asked Galil, like, do you need to forget anything on this plane?
Galil says, "Let's save it for the end." And how about you wipe them all at the end?
I will
Alright,
make
just
sure.
say the word.
I passed this
Owen
test
leave
too.
Did Owen leave a permanent red handprint on his ass?
Yes, because Ellen was still burning quite hot.
Actually, I do have I have a cantrip that's called Decorate Surface, and when I slapped him on the ass, I'm gonna leave the Elwin sign.
Nice.
Elwin was here?
I was about to say, Elwood, you
That's
have
hilarious.
a spell for that too?
Nice.
He does decorate surface.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
you guys continue downward.
So I cleared three levels so far.
Yeah, good job.
You just you've
Yeah.
exited the fourth. You're heading down to the fifth.
Oh, before we went to this one, I threw another chunk of iron to whoever was in
Oh
charge
my
of that
god.
place with a Tempest pamphlet.
All right, you wrap a pamphlet, you duct tape it together, and you cast sending on it by throwing it really far.
Yeah, I don't know how to cast spells. I'm just strong as shit.
Okay. All right. As you pass through the next realm, so now this next journey is the longest yet. The distance between Phlegthos and the fifth realm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, the fifth level, is extreme. All right, so we're talking full on long rest, like probably 24 hours.
Okay, I want to try something along the way then.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Wish, and my wish is to create a 25,000 gold cube of Hell Iron.
But it's like
Okay.
1 ounce.
Probably.
Yeah. So you cast it and you look and it's about the size of a marble.
I give it to Deimos.
Good. I appreciate it because these are really good iron supplements, which will make me even
If you
bigger.
want, Deimos, I can actually, I have a spell. I can take that other iron you have and I can make it into little edible chips for you.
No, I just eat it.
But wouldn't it be more enjoyable if it was like a potato chip?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
like the pain.
Well, I could make it rough and spiky for you.
Why would you add more pain to my pain? I'm confused. I'm just
Pain?
gonna eat the metal.
What is pain? What is pain, Deimos?
Pain is not having even more gains. I think I need to get. Look at me. there's
the only time
gods
you
or someone
experience
out there
pain,
who has a 200 strength score.
the
I'm
only time you
pathetic compared to
experience
that.
pain,
I need to get
Deimos,
bigger.
the only time you experience pain is when you're flexing the weakness out of you.
I already did.
Right, you flex
My pain.
57% of it, and he's got it. You
Yeah.
need
Well, I'm digesting the
43%
rest.
more.
I'm gonna get huge.
All right. So 24 hours of that of your guys' conversation goes by. Galil is off in the corner now, and he's just like, Renly, you're watching him. Every once in a while, you see him like hit his head against the staff that's in the that's
I
stuck into
have
the
offered
ground.
him tea
Oh,
multiple times of different flavors.
Did
He,
he
he,
notice
he
the?
does he does take them. He start to drink tea with you every few hours.
Does he notice the pamphlet that I put in his pocket?
He has not noticed it yet. No.
Good. All right. That's for later. He needs some gains. He's looking kind of small.
I do suggest, if you want to keep your mental health, do not open that pamphlet in your pocket.
Galil says, Galil has a pamphlet in his pocket. And he starts patting around looking for it. And he feels the parchment, and he pulls it out, and he looks at it. He looks at the cover, and he glances at you, Renly. Then he glances at you, Deimos, and he
Yeah,
says,
give him a thumbs up. I smile and give him a thumbs up. You gotta get stronger, bro.
Galil nods, cautiously. He opens it up into like a few pages, and he just grabs it and just opens it to a random spot. He glances at it first. He shuts it real fast. And he says to you, Deimos. He says, "Oh, oh, great, fate-touched harbinger from the worlds above. Quick, look behind you. What is that thing?"
Nothing.
Right. And as he's saying that, he takes the pamphlet and he tosses it off the edge of the platform behind him, like behind his back, trying to very judiciously, very discreetly, just like toss it off the edge of the platform.
I tell him as I turn back around. I'm like, I must have missed it. Thank you for warning me. I didn't even see what was coming. It just shows
Oh, it was
that I need to
dangerous.
get even stronger. But I appreciate it. All right, I understand. I'm gonna start doing push-ups and shit.
All right. You guys continue on. 24 hours, and now the rock and the formations, the heat has gone. The heat was long gone, right? And now you find yourself experiencing a cold unlike you've ever experienced before. Okay, you emerge into another large realm. This time, the sky is clouded with blizzard and snow falling. Now you were in Shehakim when it was a land of winter and knowledge, right? This is not winter. This is suffering. This is despair. This is a land of loss of all hope, and it manifests itself. Those concepts manifest itself as absolute cold. It's the world of the hellish world of Stygia.
I'm gonna call upon my super firebolt, and I can have them active, orbiting around me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have them really close to my body as they orbit around me to try to fight off the cold a little bit.
Okay. They are moderately effective.
I'm
Right.
tiny
It's not
hutting.
you can feel their heat. You cast Tiny Hut.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
tiny
now
hutting, even
Renly,
though it lasts long.
the lower the deeper you get into hell, the more powerful the realms become. Now you can see your tiny hut actually freezing, like the shell itself, and small cracks are beginning to appear in the surface.
Alrighty.
Okay. You go deeper, and finally, as the cold swirls all around you, and again, I said the cold is really just a manifest. It's a manifestation of the concepts of this place: despair, suffering, those things. You land on the ground here in Stygia, and Galil, he chuckles a bit. He says, Stygia. This is where Galil grew up. Galil feels at home here. Welcome, fate touched, to my world.
I sigh.
You might
I-
regret this.
Ooh, I'm going
I
to
hate-
start speaking because I have a spell called Comfort.
I have no idea. All I know is if it's colder outside, I can work out harder and not overheat.
I hand him his payment and say, I got 2 questions.
Speak.
One is, what is that demon's name again?
Zogdras.
Is Zogdras Demon Lord of Pussies on this plane? And what is the payment we have to pay?
Zogdras is not on this plane. He says,
Damn,
the
that bitch
payment.
ran a long way.
He says, the toll that must be spent here is for not just one, but for all.
Yeah.
He takes out, he reaches it behind him, and he pulls out an hourglass. Right? And he says, to withstand Stygia for the duration of the sands. And he takes the hourglass, and flips it over, and sets it down on the deck of this platform. Right?
Question?
And as soon as yeah?
So, clarification. We have to endure Stygia until the top of that hourglass no longer has sand in it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Right? As he sets it down, and the first grain of sand falls, the winds of Stygia howl and burst into like all the environmental effects are amplified. The cold bites Elwyn. You see your firebolts begin to flicker. Right? The Renly, now there's an actual crack in the shell of your tiny hut, and you can feel cold air breaking through.
What happens
Shatter.
when I turn the hourglass upside down?
I shatter the glass of the hourglass.
Okay.
Don't do that, we'll be here permanently.
Nope, that was the rule, till there was no longer any sand in the top of the hourglass. That's why I asked him on purpose. I shatter the glass of the hourglass. It's shattered.
Okay. You cast Shatter on it, and it cracks, and it breaks the glass apart, right? Galil starts laughing. He says, to think as if that has never been tried before.
I'm just playing by your rules.
That's stupid stuff.
The sand stays in place. The glass container that shattered it is gone. The structure of the hourglass is gone. The sand is still sitting there, trickling down one grain at a time.
Now that's impressive, and you can't blame me for trying.
Yeah.
Galil laughs,
And
and he
what
nods.
happened when I turned the hourglass upside down?
It was already shattered. I mean, it doesn't really do anything. The sand stays
What?
there.
Why'd you shatter the glass? I was gonna turn it upside down. I'm real smart. No, it's fine.
Galil steps off the platform, and he starts walking away. He says, "This one is going off for lunch. I shall return later."
Nope.
He
I pull him
walks
back
away.
to me. No, I pull him back to me, and I show him.
Are you leaving the hut? Are you
I-
leaving
yeah,
the hut?
grab him.
You said it was 24. It was a 24-hour ride down, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Deimos, are you leaving the hut?
Yeah, of course I am. I don't give a shit. But I'm grabbing him to get him because we're gonna do 80s workouts.
Hey,
80s
Ellen,
workouts.
you think you could hold a nice, heavy, balancing flame for the duration of this if I created a barrier to hold the heat in?
Jeez. This is half an hour of these 80s.
Yeah, they're real bad, but they'll keep you warm. Because the more you work out, the hotter you get. I'm gonna heat this plane up with my workouts.
Alright. I'll create a wall of force around us to create a cube for his heat to stay in.
Deimos, so you leave the hut to try to grab Galil. You reach
Yeah.
out, and as you do, your arm freezes. Right?
It's
Not just your
impossible.
skin.
I'm
Not just
I'm
your
way too
skin.
hot.
But
You know
but
how
your
strong I am?
your arm just goes straight down and like straight to the bone. It full on deep freezes. Like the blood stops flowing. Your skin turns black. It's frostbite over your whole arm instantly as you leave the hut.
As soon as I do that, I would have gone back in if that's how that worked. But
Okay.
I don't trust it because I feel like I'm stronger than the rest of
You look-
Soon
you-
as the
You look back and you
Sorry,
see
go ahead.
Elwin's firebolts are flickering. All right, that's how powerful the cold is. Like they're not his firebolts are not going to stay on for long.
That's how many spirits I have today.
Okay.
So
my enhanced stuff.
as soon as Deimos comes back in, and the guy with my Elwyn mark on his ass is out of range,
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna throw up my Tesla fraction
Okay.
around us just to help out a little more, and
Okay.
I have to keep on concentrating on it. I cannot move. I'm like I'm pretty much out of it while I concentrate on keeping the Tesla fraction up. So
No. Yeah.
you
Now,
guys,
how do I know? Oh, sorry,
Oh.
sorry.
How long does your Tesla fraction last for?
as long as I'm conscious?
Oh, okay.
I mean, how did this dude walk out of the thing and not get fucked up?
He
He's
grew up
from
here.
He grew up here.
Yeah, but like, how do I not have those powers? Because I'm way stronger than he is.
You'll have to ask him when he comes back.
I'm going to turn to.
He
I'm,
went
like,
for his lunch
not
break.
Happy about, like,
What'd
I'm
you
not
say?
happy about.
Renly, what'd you say?
I'm going to turn towards Vadis, and I'm just going to ask, like, would you be able to do the tiny hut if you had to? Because I might be exiting this one.
I can deal with this if y'all want.
I'm gonna
to
cast
not
some.
expend stuff.
I'll cast some stone wall. A stone shaping to put a stone shaped thing around the tiny hut from block it from the wind. So we'll have a double insulation thing there.
Well,
My
Okay.
bubble is a 30-foot diameter, so that'll hold out the other things. If you guys can put more stuff inside of my bubble,
Mm.
because if you put it, you can't do
Yeah,
anything.
I'll
Magic
do
can't
that.
pass through my bubble, pretty much.
I'll do that inside the bubble then to put even more.
Okay, wait.
insulation.
We're all gonna be in Lehman's tiny hut, and it doesn't really work. Like we're still feeling the cold in the tiny hut.
gonna
And
break
the
through
cut.
it eventually.
It's shattering.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna expend a spirit to use. Shoot, that was my character sheet. To use the exchange of force, deepest truth,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to basically push the cold away from the tiny bubble, the tiny hut, but keep the warmth in doing that.
So cold is the absence of heat.
Mm-hmm.
So the existence of cold, deep cold, means there's no force. So heat is energy. Heat is force, right?
Mhm.
So you
Yep.
reach out and you realize there is no force to exchange. I mean, so you can exchange the wind. The blowing wind is force. That's kinetic force,
Mhm.
right? So something you can do. You can't push the cold away because there's, like I said, it's the absence of energy. You can try to channel the wind into heat and exchange that into heat energy inside your hut.
That's what I'll do then.
All right. So with your exchange of wind into heat, Deimos, Elwyn has a large Tesla fraction on the outside that halves incoming energy. Deimos, you put a rock wall on the inside as a next layer in, and then there's Lehman's tiny hut as the next layer in. Elwyn, you have your firebolts burning on the inside, and you're concentrating on the Tesla fraction. Adis, what were you doing?
I guess they got it. My idea was something a little more like just singular, so I don't know
Okay.
really how, but I could cast that would really support any of this unless anybody has an idea.
Another tiny hut.
I mean,
A hut inside a hut. So you guys are okay. You guys are
Assist the
sitting
hut.
here in the middle of all these bubbles, right?
I'll
And
cast
you
a
Hey,
globe of
Adis.
vulnerability. What?
Cast Tensor's whatever sphere, upcast it so it can be on the inside of Deimos's stone wall.
Sensors. Is that
Loading
the same
this?
as the globe of invulnerability?
Here, let me look it up.
Oh, also, while they're figuring that out, I'll be working out really hard on the inside. Like, so I'm sweating real bad, but getting
your
real
arm is
fucking
still
hot.
your arm is still frostbitten. You have no movement.
Oh
it's,
no,
it's like
I healed that. I'll
it's
use
blackened.
mass heal.
It's
If you need
it's
me to chop it off and regenerate,
your arm.
I use
Your
mass
arm
heal.
is
I don't
dead.
give a shit. Now use mass heal, bro. I don't give a shit.
that doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Shows
On
1,500
this?
hit points. Cured of
Does it
all
bring back this?
diseases. Make any effect that makes them blind or so it works on diseases, blindness, and deafness.
Done.
It doesn't
Alright,
resuscitate.
okay.
It doesn't bring back to life.
And also regenerate on top of that, bro. I'm sweet. I'm getting stronger than ever. Because the best way to you build muscle by killing muscle, make muscle come back.
Okay, so you're gonna have you're gonna have to break off the arm and regenerate it.
Oh, are you talking about Odaluk's
Done and
Resilience
done.
Sphere, Elwyn?
All right. As she's regenerating my arm, I'll cast mass heal on it, but I'm like working it out.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
It's
it
gonna
lasts
take a little
for-
while, but you're regrowing your Deadpool style. You're regrowing an arm. So it pops out as a little baby arm first initially.
A
gonna
fucking
take a
Yeah,
while.
strong
yeah,
ass
yeah.
baby arm.
Oh, to Luke's Resilience sphere.
Yeah, it only lasts for a minute.
Upcast it.
Doesn't make it any longer. I could try.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So you guys are doing all these things. You're chaining spells together. You're doing all this stuff. You guys are actively trying to keep out the cold. Deimos is working out and he's expending energy, regenerating. So and you can see the sands because the sands are inside the hut, right? This timer is a 1 hour timer. Okay, after about 20 minutes, you guys start to feel the cold now again. Even with all your efforts, the cold is beginning to seep in again. The temperature in your room is beginning to drop.
I'm gonna try to do something. I'm
Okay,
gonna
well
use
let's
Wish. Go ahead.
let's hang on to it and do it next week.
Oh,
I cast
Alright.
turn plane into nice place.
I'm not that strong.
All right.
Actually, before we do it, I'm gonna roll my athletics check for it.
Sure,
I
let's-
guided
let's-
it too. So here is.
Or you're trying to flip the plane.
So that's 101.
Spark it.
This is 101. I'll spark it. I'll do
What are
my
you trying to do?
My big one.
He's trying to flip
So
the
we'll
plane.
times it by 3.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna turn the plane
now
into a
we can
nice
stack.
place.
We can
yeah.
stack sparks, so I'm gonna add a spark onto that.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so this is we're right now sitting around like about 300 something.
303.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I give them the ability to stack sparks with each other.
How was it?
Slash die 1d5.
There needs to be a space, or the dot. Yeah, the slash first.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking, so we're
600
like 600
606.
something. I'm flexing. Do you know how? Oh, you know, fuck it. I'll use music for the spheres. I've used that once in my life. I don't give a shit. I'll do that, and I'll use some light because when you're bending light, that creates heat. Because light is technically it's light, but also vibration stuff, so it will create heat. So I'm gonna start turning this plane into pretty much Florida, without the alligators and the inbreeding.
Okay, so you're gonna try to create enough heat to counteract all the coldness in this place.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty much the ruler of this realm now
All right.
because I'm strong.
Don't you have hell iron from that other plane within you? Channel the heat from that plane. You
Oh,
know,
fuck
you're
yeah.
bonded with
That's
that
a good
plane.
idea. I got some hell iron. I'll use that to heat shit. I don't know, but it's in my butt.
You have a connection to that plane forever. Who needs a tuning fork?
All right. Okay. So, you guys are in the middle of that effort. I took notes for where we are to pause it, and we will pick up from this spot next week.
Cool, cool. Sounds good.
All right, it was a good plan,
All right.
guys.
Cool.
Night, night, bye.
Have a good night, guys. See you next week.
Hey,
See y'all,
Midas,
cool
I have a
people.
question for you before you leave. About